Hey, it's me, and it's you, and we're here, and we're alive. Thank God. If you're dead listening to this, that is pretty cool. Please leave a review about how my podcast speaks to you as a dead person. I would love it if it was a bad review. And it was like, alive people are so stupid, because we are. And I imagine that when you die, you get a lot more perspective on how much you sucked while you're alive. And I think all of that, us know that deep down. And we should live more like a dead person would live, if that makes any sense. I think it does. I think I always make perfect sense and am very insightful. And that is why I have a podcast. Oh, by the way, I figured out, I think in my first episode, I made fun of, not made fun of, I was joking about how in a movie they say that everyone used to have a show. And I think I attributed it to Interstellar, like when John Lithgow was talking about what life was like before their kind of like little apocalypse. But it was actually Mad Max Fury Road, which is also a good movie. But it's talking about the perspective of death. I watched the documentary Come See Me in the Good Light, that is about Andrea Gibson, who is an amazing queer poet who passed away this year. And that was a part of this year's Time events, the Lines of the Time. And Andrea Gibson was, I think, pretty important to me as a human, and like their poetry and their hair, you know, and their hotness and the way they were and expressed themselves. It was part of my queer journey, which I'm currently suppressing. Just kidding. I'm good. I'm on my path, and my path is good. And Andrea, the documentary Come See Me in the Good Light was really great in terms of all of it, and just kind of watching someone processing being ill and potentially dying. And they have a poem that they do in it, that they say in their show. And it's, imagine when a human dies, the soul misses the body. I'm not going to say this whole thing, by the way, just a few lines. Actually grieves the loss of its hands and all they could hold. Misses the throat closing shy. Reading out loud the first day of school. Imagine the soul misses the stubbed toe, the loose tooth, the funny bone. The soul still asks, why does the funny bone do that? It's just weird. I won't go on with that, but it's very, the poem's called Tincture. And yeah, if you watch that documentary, you will cry. And the thing that poetry gives me is it allows me to like fucking be alive a little bit and like understand it. I am trying to write a joke right now. I'll try to fill you guys in on this joke writing process. Such an important aspect of podcasts is the process of comedy. But my joke is, Carl Sagan says that we are a way for the universe to know itself. And in my personal experience, the universe fucking hates itself. And then I could kind of go on from there and like kind of be like, what? You're really still expanding? Aren't you huge enough? You're literally infinite. I don't know, you guys. I don't really want to write self-hating jokes, but that's kind of funny. And I don't know. We'll work on it. Thanks for being here with me in this process. Chaki is a musician who's on the podcast today and has an album out. It's spelled, Chaki is spelled Chaki. And we'll make sure to link that album. And it was so fun talking to him. And what a great guy. If you have a chance to see one of his shows, they are so fun and like interactive. And he's such a good musician and also like fun and funny, which I love. But before we get to that, I'll give you guys some updates. One, I did do my San Francisco show. And it went so well. Thank you guys so much for those of you that showed up. I'm so lucky that I had a good turnout on a Tuesday. I normally like have so many complaints about my shows, but I was like, I literally have no complaints about that show. It was just so nice. A few things had happened. Mom Donnie won that day. 50 passed. And the Dodgers won the World Series. And Dick Cheney died that day. So I was in a pretty good mood. And it was really fun to do a show. And I really appreciated the Punchline for letting me headline with my fucking meager following, which I don't mind. Like, it means so much to me. Like, if I share a video or something and like 5 people comment, I'm like, oh, I love that those 5 people were reached. And I appreciate everyone's support so much who like reposted or whatever. And I'm kind of behind on promoting for this podcast too. So, and I honestly don't super know how. And in the new year, I kind of have this fantasy that I'm going to get away from social media. I don't know how to do that as a comedian, but that's like my fantasy, is to be an artist that's not like beholden to tech giants and fascists. That's my dream, ultimately. So for now, if you know someone that maybe you know kind of likes my comedy or likes this kind of thing, that wants to hear like a middle-aged white woman just talk about kind of nothing for the most part, then send them my podcast. You can also like and leave a review, really helps. Push it in the old algae. I don't know. I'm hoping, they say word of mouth is really powerful. So I'll try to use my word of mouth. And other than the show, I don't have a lot of updates. Oh, I'm tired. I've been really tired. I've been napping like a lot. I'm so tired. I recently saw somebody I know posted online. They were talking shit about someone from the new Love is Blind season, which can't watch that show anymore. Call me when you have weirder looking people on there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would love to be on Love is Blind. And I'm not saying I'm not a hottie, but I am weird looking in a way. You know what I mean? If we're talking about like mainstream society and like conventional beauty standards, which are so boring, like, and I can have a sultry voice, as some of you know. Like, imagine me on the other side of that pod, like, just like, hi, I'm Jessica, and then they fall in love with me. And then I'm like, and then I walk through that curtain or whatever it is. They lift the thing and I'm like, here I am. I just think it'd be so funny. But anyway, this person was talking shit about one of the guys on there who said he has a full-time job and has a child half the week and he's exhausted. And my friend was like, how are you exhausted? And what makes you think you can have a relationship? Like, something's wrong with you that you're exhausted. You only have your kid half the week and one full-time job. And I got to say, like, I work part-time and I do comedy and I do stuff like whatever this is. And I'm fucking exhausted, you guys. I'm napping and I'm eating. And I just think we're so like overworked as a society that like people who have had to have kids by themselves and have multiple kids and multiple jobs and whatever else, like, don't want to believe that someone that does as little as me could be exhausted. But it's true, you guys. Let's all admit we're tired, and then we'll stop the machine of capitalism. That's my plan. I do kind of love that it's the end of the year, and I kind of get to have like little plans for next year. Like, I'll get off social media, we'll end capitalism. And right now, I kind of see this time of year as planting seeds. I'm applying to jobs, I'm resting, and just putting the seeds in the soil and letting them do. And I literally ordered some wildflower seeds from on Instagram. It's California Native Plants. And he has a website where he sells lots of different kinds of California native plant seeds. And I bought a bunch, and even though I don't own land or anything, I went around my neighborhood. I literally dug up weed barriers, like a little flower planting badass of some kind. And I planted all these seeds, and then the storms came, and some of my seeds are starting to grow, and I'm so excited. So you guys, you don't have to have a garden or anything. You can just buy some plants and go plant them and see what happens. So I will be heartbroken if my landlord or somebody else or some fucking people's pets do anything to them. And but I'm trying to plant seeds. I'm trying to at least plant them and not stress too much about if they make it. That's what's going on. I hope to have another episode out at least before the end of the year. But I'm excited for the new year, and feel free to write me or call me and let me know what your guys' hopes and dreams are for the new year. And please enjoy this talk with Chaki and buy his album. And I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everything's going so well.
I love hanging in this cute apartment in this neighborhood. I love it here.
I do.
I feel comfortable here.
Good. I'm glad. That's totally the goal. That people feel comfortable. I do want to clean, though. I'm really uncomfortable now that well, here's the thing. I just was in Japan, and I feel like everywhere I went was like so clean.
Are you inspired?
So now I want to clean. I'm inspired
by the aesthetic at all of
I am.
Japan?
I am, yeah.
Was it a minimalist everywhere you went?
It was minimalist, but then there was some like kind of clutter of like pots and like potted plants, like a lot of potted plants outside the door. So I'm like, oh, I want to get on that. And there's cute knickknacks and stuff.
Yeah, I see. So
Yeah.
you probably didn't traverse a lot of like the bars, but whenever I have friends that post pictures in Japan, they're like in tiny cluttered bars.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like 4-seaters just with like shit all over.
There's
the
a
walls
great
and
one
stuff.
here. Well, there's a great
Here?
restaurant in the valley called Daichan.
Oh, I love that place. I haven't been there in so long. Is
Oh
it
my
still
God,
there?
go while you're in
on
town.
Ventura Boulevard.
It's so good.
Cute little place. Everything on the menu is good. Yeah.
Everything is so good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You ate well in Japan?
I ate well and I ate so much.
Cool.
I just like, I knew that when I left, I was like, I'm going to miss these markets.
Yeah.
I'm just going to miss.
What did you get at the markets?
I liked the egg sandwiches.
Oh.
And I liked, and they were so good. I
They're
don't
like perfect square.
I don't really.
ones?
I love how square they are.
Yeah.
And then
I do too.
I went to Tully's once and they toasted it and it was like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like egg salad here, so I don't know what they're doing so much better.
I don't either.
But
It's
the
something
mayonnaise,
special.
the mayonnaise is
Consistency.
yeah. It's not. It's. I think that the eggs are scrambled too hard here or something.
Yeah. It's hard boiled here.
Right.
Yeah, we do hard
Hard-boiled.
Yeah. Do you ever
And
make
they
it? Have
do
you
a
ever
s-
made egg salad in your life?
I actually haven't.
It's gross.
Really.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what I
have
make
to
a
mash
lot
up
of?
a whole bunch of eggs together,
You know what I make a lot of is tuna salad.
which is great.
Yeah. I'm a big tuna melt head.
Do you make tuna melts at home?
Yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
all I do.
I admire you for that.
Oh, all I do is I just put them in the oven and I do an open face.
Okay.
It's just bread, tuna salad, which sometimes is tuna and mayonnaise, I'm going to be honest, and then some cheese. I just put it in and melt it.
There's nothing better.
That's a tuna melt.
I agree with you. There's nothing
And some
better.
people are so disgusted by tuna melts.
They are? I thought tuna melts were universally loved.
Nope, some people are disgusted. I've actually had multiple women in my life be like, "Oh, I went out to eat with him, and he ordered a tuna melt," and I'm disgusted.
If I went out with somebody
yeah,
and they ordered a tuna melt,
Yeah.
I'd be like, respect. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
no, yeah, because I work in a diner.
Oh, yeah.
And that everyone who orders a tuna melt, I'm like, you're in my coven.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about those people that they just know that kind of warmth and that kind of, I don't know what it is. It's just, you're a little bit on the edge. You're not getting a burger.
Yeah. No, I'm the. It's someone who's a good seasoned diner.
Yeah.
A diner. Now, I'm glad we're starting this by talking about sandwiches.
Me too.
And I got to ask you.
Nothing better.
What do you think is the best sandwich?
Well, we're
I'm
not,
sorry to turn the table.
we can't do tuna melt.
Yeah, we can. Tuna melt's best sandwich. Good. I take it.
Tuna melt, because I'm not that into deli meats.
Yeah. Deli meats are weird.
Deli meats are, I'll eat them, but I think that I'm not obsessed. I'm not obsessed with a turkey. Although one time I was getting my blood drawn at my doctor's office over here, and she's like, it's like a Russian doctor's office. And
I went when I lived out here. I went to those.
Yeah, too. Yeah. So
they're great.
She's great. She definitely does tests and stuff without my consent. But
really, they keep everything in files.
She'll be like, "You're not pregnant," and I'm like, "I didn't tell you could give." Okay,
that's good.
But thank you. And I passed out, as I sometimes do when I get my blood drawn. I'm like borderline anemic and all this. As are the most delicate among us.
Yeah, the most gentle angels.
Yes, exactly. And so I passed out, and then I woke up to her feeding me a turkey sandwich.
Oh my God. And it was delicious.
It was so good. It was like almost kind of like that knotted pretzel-y bread or something. It wasn't pretzel bread, but it was kind of like that, kind of like it was like a roll.
It wasn't a hospital style sandwich.
No, it
right?
was,
okay.
All it was like a roll, like good bread, and then like thick cuts of turkey, and then like mayonnaise. Delicious. And that was it. And it was perfect.
I had a delicious turkey sandwich right before I came here, moments before I saw you today.
Wow.
Yeah. And at this place I go to, which you might know, has a tuna salad sandwich. And it is so delicious. It is just bread, balsamic, tuna salad, fresh made.
What's the spot?
It's called Larchmont Wine and Cheese.
Oh, yeah, I go there. I've had that tuna sandwich.
You know that tuna sandwich. So I had a turkey sandwich from there right before I spoke to you, but I chewed gum so you wouldn't have to smell it on my breath. Or
okay.
I wouldn't get it on this microphone.
Oh, I wouldn't mind. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of stinky in here, but I've never...
it smells great in here.
I've never felt that way, but when I came back from Japan, I was like kind of musty in here. But maybe that's because we didn't open the windows and stuff. You know, maybe it was just kind of... But now I want to clean. I want to get it like... I want to really dial it in.
Have you ever hired cleaners before?
No.
Do it.
But well, actually, I lived in a place in San Francisco where we all split once a month.
That's
and that
good.
helped. But I agree with you. You're right. I think hire a cleaner to do a deep clean.
This is why, and I'm not trying to be a snob here. I'm not trying to be Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah.
Save your money once every 6 months, get a deep clean. Because they think, these people, God bless them, speaking of angels, they think to clean stuff that you don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like the top of this picture.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
Dude, and this place gets dusty. Something about living in this neighborhood.
Yes.
Dustiest place I've ever lived in my whole life.
Really dustier than San Francisco even.
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco is the dustiest place I ever lived in.
I think it really depends on where exactly you are.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Western Edition is very dusty.
I lived like Alamo Square. It was all right.
I was really happy living in that neighborhood. Lower Haight.
Yeah, me too. I liked living up there,
Mm-hmm.
but I was really depressed about how San Francisco was changing in the tech industry and all that. And I was like, I'm moving away because my favorite venue closed down. It was Lost Weekend Video in the Mission.
Yes.
I loved doing comedy there, but
magical place.
But it's funny to think back on me being like, I'm gonna move because this city is losing its thing. But it's like now LA is like what it is, and I'm like, well, every place is just getting fucked by capitalism.
It's
so
more
hard.
so apparent in San Francisco. You and I both moved from San Francisco back to LA, and you're from down here too. Yeah, we both
Cerritos.
We have similar backgrounds, so we both came back home. But LA has enough room for it all to go bad, and it's fine. And you could still like kind of avoid it in a way.
That's true. A little
San Francisco,
bit.
it's not. San Francisco, you are on the BART, on the bus with these people. You're at the store with these people.
I know.
and
I
you have to
couldn't
deal
go
with these people.
anywhere where someone wasn't coding.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowhere.
Yes. Even if you go to the Knockout, a dive bar or something, and you go to Lost Weekend Video, someone's coding. But I'll tell you something. I just played the Mission recently. The Knockout, I just mentioned.
Yeah.
I just played there recently, and I showed up and I walked around and I did sound check, so I had a couple hours to kill. And so I'm going to walk around. So I walked across the street to the Royal Cuckoo Organ Lounge, and I saw some friends there. Oh my God! And I walked down the street and I went to Makeout Room, and you're still here. And I saw some friends smoking cigarettes. And then I walked over here and I did a circle around, and like I saw everyone was there, and I was like, the Mission's so great still.
Yeah, I miss how I would just run into people all the time walking around.
I just walked in a circle and I saw so many friends, and then I saw some older friends who are around my age, which is mid to late 40s, and they came to the show, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen you so long. Two different men my age. And I said, what are you doing here? And they both said the same thing. They said, oh, I live in the Mission now. I moved back because I found an affordable place.
I think it's gotten a little bit better.
That's interesting, right?
I think LA has gotten more expensive and the Bay has gotten a little bit better.
Weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And I think that was true for a long time of like, oh, LA is so big that it's okay.
There's enough room for everything, right?
Sort of. And that's mostly true, but it's also like they're encroaching.
Yeah, and like even the like things that I'll say like events, like like the movies at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not even, they're too crowded, they're too full of people. It's too cuckoo crazy. Everyone, we
got in a big fight with a couple, an older couple. Yeah, Eric and I did.
What movie?
It was like, what's that one with Corey Feldman? It's like The Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm, the vampire one.
Yeah, he likes that one. He's nostalgic for all that kind of stuff. I don't really like watching movies with like oh, this is childhood. Anyway, that's another.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. You don't have any anyway. I want to hear about this fight.
Yeah, we can get into that later, but I'll start with the fight, it was right after Trump was elected for the first time.
2016.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was like, we were like, I can't believe Trump could be elected. I thought this country was better. That was me. That's my impression of me. Oh my God.
You do a good you.
There's this picture of me, which like, I'm going back further now, but there's this picture of me like the day I did vote for Hillary Clinton, which I do know like isn't great. I'm not like, oh, if we had Hillary Clinton, this country wouldn't be fascist and all. You know, I do know better. But there is a picture of me with my I voted sticker on. And I'm like 20.
Framed in your bedroom.
I'm like 28 years old and it's such a cute picture. And I'm like smiling at the camera. And I'm like, just voted for my first woman president. And I look at that picture and I'm like, what a different person.
I know. It's weird how... like we were anti-authoritarianism when we were kids. I'm sure. No?
I don't know. I was a little bit of a conservative
You were?
kid.
Okay. All right. Well, I was definitely listening to punk rock and reggae records and learning politics from those and getting it. And it's amazing how much even the mask of America has been ripped off. Just like in the last 5 years, like I still had some sort of belief that we could be good and things are okay. It was like, no, nothing's good. It's all trash.
It's crazy. I grew up.
Everything's corrupt. Yeah.
I grew up sort of like with parents, the 90s, it was like, we're independent. We're not either way. And I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I live in Cerrito. Like there wasn't.
Yeah, my parents were very not engaged at all.
I wasn't smart to get into like punk and like that kind of ethos until after high school. And that I really needed college. I really needed it. I really needed to like relearn.
Radicalized.
I needed to relearn history, and it was tough. I was like, holy shit, But anyway, I want to let everyone hear about the fight that we had with this couple. And I was like ready and they were...
You were being vocally loud about Trump? Is that what happened?
No.
Okay.
You were
telling me your internal monologue.
We had parked the car and we were with Eric's other friend who's also Asian American. And we parked the car so that we weren't blocking like this kind of like driveway, which we were like, should we park in front of it? We don't know because maybe a car goes in and out. So anyway, this older couple pulls in behind us, and I guess they felt like they didn't have enough room or whatever, but they were like, oh, if someone hits us, you're paying for it. And then we were like, okay. And then I don't know, I just feel like it was like, we were like, well, there's a driveway here, what do you want? And then somehow Go Back to Asia came up. They said, yeah.
They said that?
They said go back to Asia to my partner and his friend.
My God.
And we all did. I lost my shit. I really did.
Justified.
But what was so insane though about it is everyone else was like, why are they being so mean to this old couple? And then this one white girl with a fucking messy bun, you know the type?
Yeah.
Okay. she was
I know
like
the exact type.
exactly. She was like, we're in a graveyard. Look, you're really going to get into this petty stuff when we have a reminder of death around us. And I was like, oh, you're so deep. Oh. We're going to see Lost Boys with Corey Feldman. And she's, so anyway, we ended up just, I think we did watch the movie actually, but it didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that kind of thing becomes real tense, and it ruins stuff for a while.
Yeah. And also, as we just visited Japan this last week, we probably should go back to Asia.
You want to do that?
I don't really, but it is fucking nice. It was hard to come back,
Yeah.
I like clean. I like it when there's not, like this neighborhood, God bless it, dog shit everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everywhere with the dog shit.
No, when I moved from Oakland, it was a weight lifted off my shoulders. And I didn't move to like the rich, wonderful neighborhood I live. I moved just a couple miles away from here. But it was like, I'm not stepping on dog shit and needles all the time, all day, every day.
I used to live in that neighborhood that you used to live in. That was nice. I liked it.
It's like, for me, it was like Beverly Hills compared to
It was
Oakland.
nice. That's a nice neighborhood. You can walk around.
You ever think that maybe, because in that neighborhood I lived in was a great Trader Joe's. And everyone I saw in Trader Joe's was older and happier. Or there's young people working, but the older people working who are like my age or older, they all looked happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I just would like to quit life and maybe start over and change my name and get a job at Trader Joe's or something.
It's so funny you say that because it ties into my conversation about Japan, which I felt so depressed coming back. And I was like, everything is trash here. I saw an old man be assaulted at a bus stop on my way home.
Oh my God.
And from the airport, I was like, oh yeah, people are fucking losing their shit over here. But anyway, the thing besides getting some sleep that made me feel okay about being in America again is I went to Trader Joe's and got a lot of snacks, and everyone was friendly in the Trader Joe's. And it was just like, you know what? Trader Joe's is important and it's good.
I think it's owned by an Asian family.
Awesome. And then the guy at the checkout was like, I bought those dark chocolate peanut butter cups. And he was like, oh, some people said they came from Japan to buy these today.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. There are no coincidences.
Yeah.
But they have to talk to you, but they tell them to talk to you about your stuff you're buying, right?
Oh, really?
I mean, every time I go there, they're talking to me about.
They like researched me. They saw like I went to Japan, and they were like,
like the psychics on TV. They look you up so they know.
They have someone working in the back that's like, she's just coming back from a trip. She misses Japan.
That maybe that's the job I want.
She's rewatching Girls with Lena Dunham.
Are you?
I am.
What season are you on?
Season 2.
Oh my God, you just started.
Yeah, I'll watch like an episode a month.
How is season 1 and 2 aged?
I think it's I like it. I like it. I think that the reason I rewatched it is I was like, God, Lena Dunham got so much fucking hate. And I watched her new show,
which I heard was okay.
I couldn't get into it. I only watched the first episode, and I was like, this isn't good. Well, sorry. I don't think anyone's listening. Who cares? Although I do have that experience a lot where I will say oh, I didn't like this thing, and they're like, oh, my cousin wrote that, or like,
no, can't.
It happens to me all the time.
Dude, I want to talk shit about so many TV things, and I just can't do it.
I have very few listeners, so no offense, but
still.
Yeah, the thing I was talking shit about was Bridgerton, and then my
you know people who worked on Bridgerton?
No, but my friend, who is actually one of the only listeners to my podcast.
Universally loved television show, by the way. People love that show.
People love it, and it's doing great. But I was talking shit about it, and then my friend was like, oh, my cousin wrote those books. And
wow.
I have a
very successful cousin.
I have a problem with things that like rip off Jane Austen, because I'm like, because I like Jane Austen, and I'm like, I'm desperate for a horny Jane Austen thing, but it's like not, it doesn't hit it for, I'm like, you know why? Because the writing isn't good. Like, you have to have a great banter. You
Yeah.
have to have a fucking top-notch, everyone has autism banter. You know what? I think you have to. I'm realizing I rewatched Pride and Prejudice recently, and I'm just like, all these characters are on the spectrum.
Really?
I think so. Mr. Darcy.
Your theory is that Jane Austen was touched and on the spectrum. Wow, I love this.
Yes, because all or at least had an observation of those people in her life that maybe not even necessarily on the spectrum, but some sort of social outcastiness, that they were different a little bit.
What's Mr. Darcy's special interest?
Oh, good question.
It's not trains.
It's not?
Is it? I don't know.
That's actually a good question.
Thank you.
I'm not sure that he has one. It's just like proper society.
It's funny that like a lot of this modern rhetoric from RFK and that part of the kooky medical people in Trump's administration are like, why wasn't anyone autistic 20 years ago? Now everyone's autistic. I know 40, 80-year-old men who like to watch trains all day on the internet.
My grandpa has like the most extensive stamp collection you've ever seen.
Come on, that's autism.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's be real.
And I'm just learning this about myself right now too. But obviously the most obvious in Pride and Prejudice is Mr. Collins. And
I'm unfamiliar. Tell me about
We're
Mr.
making
Collins.
fun of him in the books and in the movie kind of because he is he's Liz's cousin. And he's the one that is so socially weird. He's a pastor, and he's always just like reading. That's his special interest. He's always reading scripture.
Yeah.
And and he says at the table, he says, I always like take very careful care to pay women fine compliments. And then Elizabeth goes, do you practice them, or do they come to you naturally? And then he says, I do on occasion, like rehearse, but I try to give off an air that is as unrehearsed as possible. And then they all laugh, but they're making fun of that he's so unnatural in the way he's interacting.
And he's practicing for social interaction because he's not good at it, which is you know what? I think you have a good Medium article in this theory of yours right here.
He misses I wish I had, again, if it wasn't for my ADHD, whatever, I've never been able to even start. I've always been like, I want to start a Substack or a Medium.
Writing's the hardest thing for me. Writing, I can't write. I wish I could.
I know. Yeah. I probably could if I really sat down at a good coffee shop and made it happen. But
maybe you just have to like get into the groove, because I've never been able to. Now, do you think? Now, I didn't know you love Jane Austen so much. That's interesting to me, because I know you love Tolkien. Mm-hmm. Do you think Tolkien was spectrum-y at all?
Probably, right? I mean,
it's very detailed.
Anyone that can obsess on something so long, but I don't really know. But the obsession with linguistics and like his kind of what do you call it when you are feeling something and it has a certain feeling?
Sensory, tactile, sensory,
his sensory experience with language feels very specific.
Interesting.
That, when it's a lot of like, oh, you hear a certain word and it makes you cringe, or a certain one you get like a tingle, you're like, oh, that's nice. That to me is kind of spectrum-y, and I think
100%.
I think that very much was what drove the way he wrote, and the whole project was like the way that he was working with language. And Now, I don't
mean to interview you and turn the tables, but I've always wanted to ask you, was it like, because I listen to the pod and I hear you talk about your fandom. We've talked about it off pod before. Was this, how old were you when you fell in love with the Middle Earth?
About the same time the movies came out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because, all I had read, my dad had like read The Hobbit to me, like growing up. So I was like, I already have this dad issue connection that I can put into this. And then I was going through puberty, and the movies come out, and I see them on my birthday, because my birthday's right at, they came out at Christmas. My birthday's on the 28th.
Oh.
And
hard birthday to have. I'm sorry about that.
It's you know what, I kind of appreciate my birthday.
You've accepted it.
I kind of like it. I think my parents did a really good job of marrying it with Christmas and New Year's, where they were
that's good parenting.
They were like, this is the holidays. And after Christmas is over, we leave the tree up because now it's your birthday tree.
That's so
And I was like, look at my birthday tree. It's sparkling.
That's amazing.
They did some things right. They did a good job with like earthquakes. Like every time there was an earthquake, it would be like, oh, we go stand under the door frame, which we now know isn't really necessarily.
But it's like a fun thing.
But it was totally like, I was like, this is like a riot at Disneyland.
That's so
like,
smart.
Oh, my parents are still married, So now when there's an earthquake, I'm like, yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Disneyland, because I want to ask you. I saw some magic key magnets on the. Are you all in still on the magic?
No.
Key? I know. I mean, I was a big Disney.
I do remember that now that you say that. I still have my pass, and it's about to expire. Mm-hmm. And I sometimes go with my dad, so it's kind of a hard one.
Does he love it there?
It's still nostalgic. It's still nice to walk in, and I still am like the vibe that was created.
I'm not vibed out of there. If I'm there, I'm in heaven.
The vibe that it does scratch like a very like peaceful and joyful kind of
just walking around, people watching. Like it's my favorite
sensory wise, it's excellent for me still. But the company and the late stage capitalism of it all is just so irritating, in the sense that it's just like they've gotten rid of so much live performance, which was huge for me. Like, have they? Totally. There's less characters. There's like basically no shows. And this kind of happened around COVID, They had like, Mickey's Magic Map, which I actually never saw, but that was in the theater. And then they had Frozen, the musical, playing in Disney California Adventure Park. And I didn't go all the time, but it was always packed. And it was like, a full like Broadway play, like within your ticket price or whatever. It's like, it was magical. And I grew up when it was like Pocahontas in that theater, and I loved it. Which we all know Pocahontas is pretty problematic, but at the same time, excellent music, Pocahontas.
I need to listen to the soundtrack.
You got to listen because it's chills. Colors of the Wind.
I like it.
It's got a pretty good, I know it's complicated and mostly shitty. I understand that it's mostly shitty. But in terms of being introduced to an indigenous sensibility, I don't think Colors of the Wind is bad. I mean,
they did the Mexican one too, so maybe Disney handles that stuff well. Coco, is that what it is?
I mean, I think part of the problem was Pocahontas was calling it Pocahontas.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because the story of actual Pocahontas is
different than the Disney Pocahontas.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I mean, I think she was a child, and they basically like, she was like 12 years old.
Should have had an original character.
They should have made up a whole different thing. Yeah. And the whole thing of the romance with John Smith, a little complicated, right?
Well, this was my thing with Disneyland and Disney, is that I was never a big, and I'm nosing into the movies. I liked Disneyland.
Yeah, I also really love Disneyland.
This magical, weird place is in the middle of Anaheim. Yeah. And it's done so well, and it hits you on all the aesthetics so well, and the music and the smells and the and it's just, and it's weird, it's haunted, there's weird shit that went on there, and it's just, and I loved the weird history, and it's a psychotic place. So I just really love the place. But the thing that really one of the things that took the magic away from me is the multiple security checkpoints. Yeah. Right at the beginning. We didn't used to have to deal with that.
Right. And now we do. And you probably haven't even been since this happened, but there's a facial recognition thing that they do now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's
lot of places,
instant magic takeaway.
A lot of places are getting that kind of technology, and that does suck. Yeah.
I have a friend who opts out on everything, and I'm jealous because I didn't think to do that. Now I'm just in the system. You know? So I do miss it. I do miss Disneyland. I would like to go, but the last couple times I've gone, it's been like kind of the the negatives outweighed the positives for me.
Yeah,
you know?
there's a lot to feel bad about. And then, well, there's a thing right now where they're like, oh, we're going to take away the villains and just have them just on Halloween. So you've got
What's the theory behind that?
Well, they're doing that so that they can capitalize more on Halloween time and be like, we're going to get you to go to our paid Halloween parties.
Yeah, make
just
these
so
Halloween
you can see
party.
any villain, because in particular, the Wicked Queen of Snow White is really popular in the parks.
There's the scarcity
and
theory,
a lot of people take videos with her. And
they always get really funny actresses to do that.
Yeah. So she's one of the most popular in the park. And it is kind of a thing of like, we're taking away what you used to get and making it just part of this extra paid thing. And it's more of the taking away from live performers and stuff like that. And
that's an organic thing that happened. Like one of the queens was just really funny and it got really popular.
Right.
And it was organic.
Yeah.
And now they're capitalizing on it and
right, but the queen is on TikTok and in the interactions with people, and she's saying like, you will complain to your overlords that I should be here year round.
Well, that's a way to lose your job at Disneyland really quickly.
I think she's kind of losing it anyway, because she can't just be hired just during Halloween time. That you can't make a living that way. So it's that there's this girl that made like a 4-hour fucking video on YouTube that is actually really good. It's like a deep dive on the Star Wars hotel that
Jenny
they did.
Nicholson.
Okay, great. I'm glad you know her name.
She's great. Yeah, she's wonderful.
Did you watch this video on the Star Wars hotel?
Absolutely. It is essential viewing, everybody.
It is.
I think everyone needs to watch this thing, but it is very indicative of why this company sucks. And it could have been such a good idea. I want to stay in a Star Wars spaceship. I would spend $800 to do that. You know what I mean? If I had it. But so it sounds like a good idea. And then you see it in practice and it's like.
But it is a lot of people that are like, how can we make the most money? Not how can we make the most magical experiences?
Right.
And Disney definitely a capitalist, but he definitely he wanted to make money and be successful for sure. But I think what mostly drove him was, I want my shit to be talked about. Like when he put out Snow White, he was like, I want people to be blown the fuck away by this movie.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of problems with that dude, but he was good at bottling whatever magic is and figuring out the way that people could come together, creative, cool people could come together and create something that makes you feel. And that's what it was all about, right? Snow White makes you go like, oh, and Pirates of the Caribbean makes you go, whoa, and makes you feel. And that hotel, Star Wars hotel, and Star Wars made people feel something. That's why it was so big. It was like, what the fuck is this? And that's why people hold on to it still this day. And if you watch that video on that hotel, it looks like an airport lobby or something.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
The food's bad. This is bad. The seating's bad. The beds are bad. It's like, oh.
But you know what was interesting to me is that one of the things I wanted to go do in Tokyo was I wanted to go to one of their Disney parks.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up and they were like, definitely go to Tokyo Disney Sea because it's like one of the most.
So everyone says it's the most magical thing, that place. Yeah.
I hated it. I literally hated it.
I love this. Tell me why.
Okay. I mean, first of all, I was exhausted that day. Like it was like, usually when I go on a trip, especially like that, I have one day where I absolutely just need to sleep all day, and that was probably the day we went there, so I'll say that. The other thing is a couple of their really big rides were broken down, and then all the other wait times were like 200 minutes, and I just don't care enough. Like, especially I'm in Tokyo, I could go walk around Tokyo.
Yes.
But I think I didn't understand the vision of Tokyo Disney Sea. It just felt the way I would describe it is I was like, this is like it looks like Las Vegas meets the Grove meets Universal Studios.
Wow.
That's how I felt. It was like the colors were too washed out. It was too big. Like it had too much space.
Okay.
You know, Disneyland is
It's very finite.
is sized down.
Yes.
And that's kind of what makes it magical.
Yes.
It's like the buildings are actually smaller than normal buildings. And there's a lot of like messing with your perception of the space.
Yeah,
But
it's phenomenal how they do
I
it.
literally was like, there also wasn't a lot of Disney in the Tokyo Disney Sea. Like there wasn't, which like some people might like that, and I did like that about Disney California Adventure when it first opened. I was like, oh, this is just California themed. We're not having like fucking Frozen or whatever shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
But I didn't even have any context of really what this place is. They did have a marching band that wore all white, like kind of like sailors, but I didn't really like their outfits, and they kept playing like
Live performance wise, you're saying.
Yeah.
That's one thing you like. That hit a little bit.
A little, yeah. I mean, I like they had their marching band, but they kept playing Pinocchio, and I was kind of like, who cares about Pinocchio? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Give me
Not the most banging soundtrack.
give me Sleeping Beauty. Give me like stuff that nobody's like, oh, I'm emotional about Pinocchio.
When you wish upon a star, just give me that. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. But they were playing. I got no strings, and I was like, nobody cares.
No.
And then
That's
so
funny.
yeah, it just
What
was
a choice.
They had like a little kind of Italian area with a gondola, and I just was like, I don't care about this. It's not as good as like New Orleans Square for some reason. I don't even know why.
When you were there, were you like, I don't know if I like this or not? And then afterwards, you're like, I did not like that because it was a little over. Or there when you're like, I don't like this.
Immediately, I was like, I don't like this. I was immediately
That's
like,
so funny, Jessica.
I was like, you know, I got on the monorail and I was like ready to have a magical day.
You're like, yes, monorail, yeah.
And God bless my partner. He was so, I mean, I bought the tickets, which is good because it's like, this is my loss. But he was so nice about it. I was like, I just really want to leave. And he was like, okay, like, but
Thank you, Eric.
we did watch this, this like Mickey Halloween. The middle is kind of like a little harbor area.
Okay.
Like it's like a big water pond or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but I didn't really like it as a focal point.
It's not a castle.
No, they have a big volcano,
Okay.
which I guess is a cool ride, but it was shut down. So I was like, great.
Sounds like utter disappointment all around.
Yeah, but I wasn't mad at it. I was just like, but anyway, it was just this boat that had a pumpkin on it, and Mickey and his friends were on the pumpkin boat, and they went around the harbor. I swear to God, for 40 minutes singing this Halloween song.
Yeah.
And it was just the same song the whole time.
And you
we
watched
just
it
started,
the whole time?
Yeah, and the more we watched it, the funnier it got.
Made it all worth it.
It was so, I was like, these poor performers that they're just making do this Halloween song for this long.
What do you think of Phantasmic?
I love Phantasmic.
Did you see a fight broke out during Phantasmic recently?
Why?
I don't. It was always over a woman. It's two guys fighting over a
It
woman.
always is.
If you want to see a fun clip,
This is my princess.
it was like, "Hey, Holmes, get off her, man!" And no, Vato has it. So it was like that kind of fight. But it's really good.
I like that.
Yeah, it's an Anaheim fight.
Yeah, I've seen that at Anaheim Angels game. I've seen that exactly.
I had an experience recently of a thing that's everyone loves that I hated too, and I went to the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Oh, really? You didn't like the Sphere?
Hated it. Absolutely hated it.
Well, one thing I'll say about the Disneyland thing is I do have dreams sometimes that are really creepy dreams where I'm in Disneyland, but it's not right.
Yeah, me too.
And the train is...
I have the dreams too.
That's so
I'm
crazy.
there. I go to Dream Disneyland too.
Oh my God, it's so weird.
It's not the right
The
Disneyland,
train the train goes like through the castle, and I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, that's kind of cool, you know. But I'm like, this is weird. And then there's like weird like arcade, like there's like a not like the Space Mountain arcade, but like oh, these are like our rides are like arcade rides. It's really weird, but I'm always creeped out in the dream.
Interesting.
And I think a combination of me being exhausted and me not liking the park was giving me that feeling in Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah, interesting.
I was like creeped out. I was like,
I love that.
I was like, walking around.
It's like wrong. It's like wrong Disneyland.
Yeah, it was wrong. I was like, wrong. And I've never been to any other Disney park. So
Me neither.
I would be interested to see. I've never had any interest in Walt Disney World or any of that, but I'd be interested to see if I have the same feeling.
I want to go to Epcot because it's really still 70s, 80s there. Like they haven't updated it much. And I like that era.
Yeah.
Of Disneyland and stuff. So
yeah,
I want to.
Epcot seems unique. I would go there.
But Orlando's terrible.
Yeah. There's not so many places that I've disliked. I've traveled mostly all around this country doing stand-up. And the only place that I was like, I genuinely don't like it here was Northern Florida. Oh, yeah.
I've had worst time of my life in Florida. I don't like Boston.
I've never been to Boston, but I imagine I wouldn't like Boston.
I don't like Boston. And also, every time I'm in Pennsylvania, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I haven't been to Pennsylvania. I've been to the Poconos.
Oh, I haven't been
on
to the
vacation
Poconos.
With a bunch of friends. That was nice.
But I would love to go to Disneyland with you sometime.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, maybe we could get a group of friends together.
Yeah, I still have my pass. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I probably will because I like going with my dad.
Yeah.
But I want to hear about two things. One, why didn't you like the Sphere? What was that experience?
Sure.
And two, you moved to the South, and I want to hear about that move.
Yeah, that's
since we're
interesting.
already kind of talking about the South.
Yeah. The Sphere I went to see the Grateful Dead with John Mayer.
Okay.
And he's now the Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they were doing the residencies at the Sphere. Me and my friend Nick, who is I'm in town right now playing in a Halloween band. I have to put together a Halloween band every year. It makes me happy. Fun. And so my friend Nick Murray's playing drums, and we went to Las Vegas, both kind of deadheads, see the Sphere, and it was overwhelming, cool. You know what the Sphere is. It's a big all LED lights around you showing stuff. And the first two songs, they like filmed stuff special for it, and it's similar to Soarin' Over California, California Adventure. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Where they had like they're like, you started in the Haight. It was San Francisco.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you like flew up, and then you were above San Francisco, and then you flew out, and you were in space, out of America, and then space. And I'm like, this is awesome. And the band was killing, and John Mayer was ripping on guitar. And then the second song happened, and I'm like, okay, they didn't film anything for this song. It was just like animated GIFs of skeletons dancing. And it was just after a while, it was just giant animated GIFs just looping.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
And it just like gave me a headache. And it was, I stayed there for 2.5 hours. That's a long time for a concert. And they played for another hour or two or something like that.
I did one other thing in Tokyo that I didn't like, that everyone was saying to go to. And it's like this Team Labs art experience.
Okay, it's an experience.
Everyone was like, oh, you got to go to this kind of thing. And it was like a thing where there was like a lot of projections and like a lot of light. And I just felt like it was like kind of a tourist trap in the same way that I see around here, like, oh, the Museum of Illusions, or like, it was really big and they did like a lot of cool shit in there. But I'm not really that impressed by light projections.
I'm with you. And it just, after a while, it just, especially LED, like neon lights, ooh, they're buzz, it makes me feel something.
Neon lights are pretty when you're driving down the street, yeah.
Totally.
The Cars Land in Disney in California.
So gorgeous.
Is really cool.
They did that. That was the last great thing they did.
Yeah, John Lasseter was a part of that.
Oh, yeah, him and his weird shirts.
Yeah.
And here's what I realized at the Sphere, though, and this speaks to what you're saying on the lighting thing. I like, if I'm seeing a big concert, I want to be underneath the stars and the tree, the Greek Theater, Hollywood Bowl, these beautiful places that I don't need to be in a hellscape, technoscape built by some billionaire with animated GIFs. And it made me kind of hate everything. Yeah. And so I walked out of the Grateful Dead after 2 hours, though. 2.5 hours.
2 hours is a good amount, I think, but not for them, maybe.
But I don't like Universal Studios either. And I loved Universal Studios as a kid. The studio tour, still cool. Drive by the Psycho House, blah, blah. But everything's motion simulators and screens.
I can't do so much.
And it doesn't work for my brain.
Mine neither.
Yeah, I don't think my brain doesn't accept it as a fun thing.
Although I like a planetarium.
I love a planetarium. And when Star Tours first came out when I was a little boy,
I loved the old Star.
It blew my mind.
I loved the old Star Tours. It was so well done. The new Star Tours.
Oh, that's Ewok you're speaking.
The new Star Wars I don't like. It was so,
I'm with you. The new Star Tours doesn't hit the same way.
No, it was so great with that robot that would be like, this is my first time flying, so we'll see.
Pee Wee Herman did the voice of that.
Really?
Yes, Pee Wee Herman did the voice
that explains it. It was excellent.
Good voice acting, yeah. Paul Rubens.
Yeah, R.I.P. Although I have to say I was never a Pee Wee person.
I was.
Which surprises a lot of people because I seem like I would be, but...
I think maybe you were a little young for him to hit the right way.
That could be, although a lot of my friends my age really liked him. Okay. I just think I wasn't that cool as a kid, like in that way.
Good. When did you become cool?
Still waiting on that.
Yeah, you're very cool.
Still waiting on that. I don't know. I did like Disney movies as a little kid. That was like my thing.
But like the ones that were contemporary from when you were that age, like.
Yes, but I also liked Sleeping Beauty and Snow White and all the princesses. Yeah. And I was like, I am a princess.
You are a princess.
Full blown, full stop. So it's not like I was like this cool, like counterculture child. But in middle school, I got into the mall goth thing. So I would say that probably puberty.
What bands?
So first of all, I have to let you know that I didn't actually like any of these bands.
Oh, okay. Got it. I no judgment from me, man.
This is a big part of my life is I have crushes on boys, starting in middle school that like certain bands. And I'm not like other girls, and I like the bands they like. I like Cannibal Corpse. I like whatever they like. I remember this band called...
Cannibal Corpse is a good band, Jessica.
I'm sure they are. But I can't,
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to gauge
I'm sure they
era.
are good, but
like My Chemical Romance era. Is that when you're getting into mall goth?
I couldn't really. I was in a social thing in Temecula at the time. That
great death metal scene from Temecula.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I had to be really hardcore. And I bought this band, the CD from Hot Topic called Gothic Divas.
Wow. I think I know who's on that one.
And it was like a bunch of women tonguing each other on the CD.
Yeah, Caroline Records.
Okay, yeah. And and I did like some of the songs on it, but I
think Eva O was on it, Black Tape for a Blue Girl.
Sure, yeah. So I remember all these bands, but I didn't really, in my heart of hearts, enjoy listening to most of it.
It's difficult music.
Some of it I did like, but I just remember this guy. I was in band. I was in middle school band.
And you played trumpet?
Trumpet, right. Yeah. And the sax player, who was pretty good, who was like really goth and punk and hardcore and all this, he saw that I had that CD and he was like, whoa, you listen to this, and I was like, yeah.
Good choice, me.
But when I was going home and it was just me and myself, I was listening to Avril Lavigne while going to school and telling everyone I wore a tie before Avril Lavigne. She fucking sucks.
That's amazing. You're calling her a poser, but secretly loving her music.
I was a poser.
That's really good. Being self-aware is the first part of this whole journey.
Yeah, and I think it's.
Did you dress goth?
Oh yeah, and I loved that. I love and it was part of the whole Disney thing. I had long black sleeves.
Now people dress goth and they have no idea of goth music. It's a thing. It's just like part of fashion. You know what I mean?
I put a lot of.
You were ahead of your time.
I put a lot of research into my poserness in terms of the music.
Yeah, and the history and the culture. That's cool. Yeah. No one does that anymore. So I think you're not a poser. People just wear band shirts and they don't know the band.
I was just doing research, but some of it I did like. There was this band Kitty. Do you remember Kitty?
Kitty's so good.
I liked listening to Kitty.
Yeah, they're great. I think that's the only good nu metal band. I think Kitty. Yeah.
Oh, dude, a song came on the radio. I have to listen to radio because I don't have any Bluetooth. I love listening to radio. And this song came on and it just hit so good, but it was Linkin Park. I don't even remember what it was, but I just was like, fuck yeah. Like it sounded great.
I'm glad. No, it's Linkin Park's aged really well.
Yeah.
And to bring this to now, I moved from Los Angeles to the South where I never thought I'd live in my life. that music is still very big in the South. I'll tell you what. Yeah, people still love Korn and Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park.
Wow, Limp Bizkit is the one that surprises me.
I can't believe that
I haven't heard about them.
Their
in a long
staying
time.
power is
really
very weird. Yeah. Oh, Limp Bizkit's around. They're touring. They're successful right now.
Rolling. They're still touring.
Yeah, the bass player died last week.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yes, rest in peace, Sam. But for some reason, people love them, and their staying power is a thing. I don't get it.
Well, he wears a red hat, which is relevant.
Oh God, that's true.
Is he a MAGA? What's he doing?
No, he's not MAGA. He retired the red hat.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart. Good move.
Yeah.
He's good. He's rapping, and he directed that movie with John Travolta where John Travolta played a super fan paparazzi guy in Hollywood. It's really good, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so he's doing interesting artistic stuff. I don't love the band. I don't think they're great, but they found their thing and they're doing it. Good for them. A lot of Walmarts in the South, everywhere. Throw a rock and you'll hit a Walmart. Also, there's a lot of fast food that we don't have out here that I've been eating a lot of and going to.
That sounds good.
We have a lot of Sonics.
Okay, yeah.
We have a lot of Whataburgers, Culver's, a lot of little ones. There's one called Brahms that's great. There's one called Zaxby's. But nothing is as good as In-N-Out. Uh-oh, here it comes.
I'm not obsessed with In-N-Out.
Well, you don't know what you got until it's gone. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful when I'm on the road and there's an In-N-Out because it is generally like the ingredients. It's
fresh.
It's not bullshit.
It's cheap. It's fresh.
I appreciate it. I appreciate my little Bible verse on the cup.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, I'm learning more about the company, and it's not so good. The people aren't so great. And this is one of those things like the mask is being ripped off of everything I thought that was good and nice in the world, and it's
such a bummer.
I know.
And it in a way, I wonder if it gives like the right more power because it's just like it's so hard for people to like lose so much shit. I think it is like that it's at some point you're like, if I'm not allowed to watch this Disney movie, I'm gonna fucking burn it all down.
Us good people are such loser dorks right now. Just like everyone's laughing at us. We lost everything.
It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot, man.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
We're regrouping idiot. A little bit, I think.
What are we gonna do? How do we move forward?
That's a good question. We must go into the shadows.
Do we just try to stay happy by hanging out with friends and
definitely community? Yeah, definitely community is number one.
Good food, good friends, laughing, animals around us, music, art, and just have it in our little secret fun bubbles, or do we have to fight against the great giant powers, you know?
I think both a little bit.
A little bit of balance.
But I think that even having community is a bit of a fight back.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're pushing us to isolate and they're pushing us to be in the sphere, you know? But it's like, I'm like, I can be in the park. I can have a barbecue.
That's such a good way of putting it.
I don't have to be on my fucking phone every second.
Look at John Mayer anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think at some point some kind of general strike and us being like, I won't fucking buy that. But we all have to be on the same page, you know.
Do you think we have it in us? I do.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's getting there more and more too.
Yeah, we all just have to
People are being pushed.
We all have to have the same thought at the same time and the same feeling, which sometimes we do. I feel like Black Lives Matter. We all saw that video of like George Floyd and we were all like, no way. Mm-hmm. No fucking way, you know? And we kind of had that a little bit with the Jimmy Kimmel moment when he got fired. We were all like, I'm canceling my Disney Plus.
I gotta tell you, those images of people protesting in front of Disneyland were jarring and shocking to me and made me happy to see. Like, and it was all old people. Yeah. It was all people in their 50s and 60s. Yeah. Like, no, fuck this Disney shit. And I was like, wow, that's kind of nice and inspiring. And in my little shitty podunk, very conservative MAGA town that I moved to for work reasons, thousands of people can, and like, say what you want, because that no kings thing, like, it is kind of like there's no real message behind it except no kings, but thousands and thousands of old people came out for that, and I watched them, and it was heartwarming and
It's
nice.
it's important to see. You know, we might not know exactly what we're doing yet, but we got to see each other.
Yeah.
And be around each other. I think that's the most important thing for people, you know, is to just be around each other and know that we're also not okay with. It's funny that you say like, oh, this has no real message except no kings, but it's like things have gotten so nuts that the most basic humanity is a strong statement.
Yes.
Like fucking Miss Rachel.
God bless that woman.
It's just like, yeah, I'm like I'm a children's educator, and I don't think we should kill children. And everyone's like, what a crazy, that's not a stance. That's the most normal human. We've forgotten that we're supposed to take care of children.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. And that was one thing I felt in Japan, actually. I felt like that it was you know, kind of the way that when you walk in Disneyland, it's like, obviously this is tailored to children and scaled and I felt like there was a lot of that in Japan that was just kind of like child friendly, because there were like kids running around. Not that it's all perfectly safe and stuff, but I think generally they're like, yeah, we should educate and keep our kids safe. And you feel that more there.
These basic tenets of society that we agreed on a long time ago. Let's take care of children. Let's educate. Let's be smart about things. We've kind of lost that whole.
Yeah, and part of the problem is the internet and the shit I see on the internet. There was this lady on one of these next door or something that was like, I don't know why I have to like give kids, she lives in Hancock Park or something, I don't know why I have to give kids from other neighborhoods candy.
What?
I see shit like this, I swear to God. And there was another one that was like I guess that every kid brings crayons to school and all the kids share the crayons, and some lady was like, I don't want to bring Crayola if the other kids are buying cheaper crayons. Why should my kid have to share this Crayola, these nice crayons?
What is this?
And I'm like, we've fucking lost our fucking minds,
cooked.
dude.
It's cooked.
Like,
People are
we have
gone.
got to get back to the point where we want every kid to use whatever fucking crayon they want. And like, I'm sorry, how cold are you in your heart if you don't enjoy a child coming up to your door with a costume? You don't like to see their cute costumes? You're sick.
Who cares where they're from? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh.
And she was like, and I buy the good candy too. It's like, yeah, make them eat shit candy.
What's the good candy too? That's
Probably like Snickers as opposed to like Tootsie Rolls or something.
I love a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like candy.
I'm out of here. Goodbye.
All right. Well, thank you, Chaki.
Okay. Thank you for having me. This is so good. I like candy. And I just want to give a shout out to all of those out there who give the kids candy, no matter what neighborhood they're from, and those that give Snickers, Twix, Almond Joy, and Tootsie Roll. And if you give the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls, those are my favorite. Those are awesome. Thank you very much.
I will accept Tony's dark chocolate, and that's about it.
Wow. Fancy Erewhon chocolate over here.
Oh,
okay.
You don't even know. You don't even know what I've been getting into. Blowing whole paychecks.
I got the worst sandwich I've ever had in my
bananas.
life yesterday at Erewhon, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's for the next podcast.
Okay.
It's not worth $20 for a chicken salad sandwich.
Okay. That's good to know. So their smoothies, some of them kind of worth it, but sandwich.
That Hailey Bieber smoothie is the bomb.
I did have it once.
It's amazing.
I did have it one time, but I was also like, no way are these girls not throwing this up. Sorry to say. It was so rich. It was so rich. I've seen
it tastes like ice cream. It tastes like a McDonald's.
I see the billboards of Hailey Bieber. She's getting that shit removed, suctioned out of her the second she drinks it. She must have a tube.
She's a Baldwin.
Really?
Her dad is Stephen Baldwin, the crazy one. The crazy
I didn't even fucking know that.
I'm so glad I could teach you something.
We don't even have time for this.
That's twisted, right?
That is crazy.
The most twisted of the Baldwins, and they're a twisted clan.
I know. I watched some of that show, The Baldwins.
I started, and my
HBO.
wife made me turn it off.
Yeah, because it's bad. She's right, and that's why you have her to balance. I
want to see Aleria
and keep you safe from the balance. Aleria. I felt really sad for Alec Baldwin watching that. I was like, this is sad.
You're an empathetic, good person.
I feel sad for bad
That's
people.
why your podcast is good, is because you're an empathetic, good person. That's actually refreshing.
It's weird. I get so sad when I fucking look at Elon Musk. I'm like, that's just...
You see pain and torture in his eyes?
I see pain.
Really?
He's sad, dude. And his dad is...
I can't see that.
Yeah, and when he was doing Doge, I was like, let's kill him. And I still agree with that.
But is it all for daddy?
It's daddy
stuff?
And his dad is twisted, dude.
Can he fuck his daughter or something?
Yeah. When you get to shit like that, you mix a really traumatizing childhood with like too much power, it's gonna get weird. It's not even his fault. He's got to go, and I get it, and I hate him. And
well, it's all a cycle of torture and trauma. Everything is. Trump's dad was bad. It's generations and generations and generations. So that's why once you figure this shit out, it is our job. To end the cycle. We're saying this stops now. My family's been terrible for generations. Now I stop it. And if they were good evolved people, then they would have stopped it and done something good with their money.
But they don't want to stop it. It's the ego of like, my family name will live on. This is my legacy.
X2310 or whatever your name is, you have a chance. Baron, you have a chance to end the cycle, and I know they're listening.
Unfortunately, I think Baron's gone.
I think he's too far gone. His eyes are...
Yeah, his eyes are gone. Yeah. And, it's like Trump is pained, but I don't feel sorry for him because he's just dead. He's just he's gone. He's not a person.
He said last week, who cares what, but he said last week, he's like, oh, there's no way I'm getting into heaven.
I know.
He's very self-aware.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's someone that he's got a bit of that kind of like a nutty, like, sadistic. He's a little, I think he had that from childhood. Like, I think he was like
to burn ants with the magnifying glass.
I think he has that.
Yeah. Well, only the good die young.
And I think Elon just wants to be loved. And I think that he is really sad that he's not funny.
Yeah. He is. Sorry, that hit me in a certain way, but it is.
He wants to be the funniest, most loved guy, and he keeps getting negative attention. And he's like, "What?" And then it's like revenge.
He's so bad at jokes and timing, and even with his gifts, it never hits right. It's just like it's always a face plant. I
thought it was a little funny when he had two hats on.
I never saw the two hats.
Yeah, he was like, even my hat has a hat. I was like, that's a little funny.
But like, remember when he smoked pot on Joe Rogan? Like, that was so uncool. It was like so dorky. And it was like, oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, man. Dude, fucking Joe Rogan and his cigars. I just can't. Anyway. Well, let's end on a note.
All right, let's have a cigar after this, and I just thank you so much for having me on your show. I love this show, so thank you very much.
Thanks.
I barely listen to podcasts.
I'm so glad you're in town,
and
it's so fun to see you. And if you have a chance to see Chaki's band, I
have a new record coming out. I have a new record coming out in January. And look for it. It's called From LA to the Bay, and I have some new songs on it. It's a career spanning comp thing that I've never had on songs on vinyl, but so thank you. This is my press tour, and so get my new record once it comes out. Chaki.bandcamp.com.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is there any other final parting wisdoms?
I want you to have a happy Halloween. This will probably come out after, right? But
I hope you had a good Halloween.
I hope everyone had a Halloween. What were you for Halloween?
Last year or as a kid?
Well, this.
I don't have it planned yet.
Okay, well, hopefully you reveal eventually what the Halloween costume was.
Yeah, Eric's going to be Last Airbender.
That's sick.
He's got it figured out. It's good.
He looks just like Last Airbender.
Yeah, you got it. It's good for a bald head,
Yeah. I'm going to be Chucky, like Chaki. Get it?
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you. I got to go put my costume on now.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll let you go. By the way, there's a person that drives around LA with Chucky decals all over their car.
What?
And they drive insane. It is so funny. If you've seen that person, please write into the podcast.
Mexicans, Latinos love Chucky for some reason.
That's so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, keep doing this show. It's really good.
Okay, I'll try.
It makes people happy.
Okay. You got it. Thanks. thank you for joining us on Some Timeline. Don't forget to email us your thoughts, questions, songs, whatever, at sometimelinepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail at 747-666-7005. Thanks to our sound producer, Seth Hover, our musical composer, Jeff Traeger, our podcast artist, AJ Howard, and I'll see you next time on the next part of Some Timeline. By the way, here's another one of my hot take. Too many pets, you guys.